What we do is we do a lot of hidden things which people don't see. There's a lot of good news stories that we deliver in terms of support, excellent service, bereavement, family liaison officers, as well as public engagement. Public engagement is at the core of what we do. It isn't just about recording crime or investigating crime, although that is the main reason we're here, is to actually do that. Preventing crime is the hardest thing in the world. So in terms of community engagement, we need to ask our communities what it is that concerns them. We need to listen to them, and that's what my business is. It's in the realms of providing the public a service, because the public can't choose who their police service is. They haven't got a choice. So it's my job to make sure that what we deliver is the best we can. We want to be the best police service on the planet, and that's what we're striving to be. So in terms of good news stories, many things we do are hidden. We've got examples where we've got a crime and disorder reduction partnership van, which is shared by Darlington Borough Council and Fire, and we go to events where we give people community safety advice, crime reduction advice, as well as being there for them to report things to as well. We've got a room at Darlington Memorial Hospital, which is the biggest demand draw that Darlington has. And in there we've got a PCSO who spends quite a bit of his time up there.
My job role within the hospital is to reduce the demand from the police have attending the hospital. I've managed to do that by 70% up to now. We were getting over 70 calls a month from the hospital, and now we're looking at 20 to 30. The overall community, from the feedback I've got from the staff and patients alone, is that they feel much safer now in the hospital as there is a police presence.
He runs road shows as well as sort of a consultative process for staff, and he's also there as a deterrent, because A&E, which is where his room is, can inherit a lot of problems from the people who are brought, which could be drugs, could be alcohol, but certainly we've seen a big reduction in the number of incidents that we are actually called to at Darlington Memorial Hospital because of that. There are many other things that we do in terms of community engagement. Some of them are just a case of being visible, and that would mean our PCSOs and our police officers going round specific areas. We look at our crimes and intelligence, and we look at where we need to actually give people confidence and trust. So we patrol specific hotspot areas in relation to crimes, in relation to antisocial behaviour, and we deal with them positively. We've got an embedded programme of problem solving. Now, problem solving is where we look at, in a certain way, what problems we can solve with partners and look at what lies at the heart of it.
I'm the Community Cohesion Officer for the Darlington area. I look after victims of hate crime and hate incidents in Darlington, giving them support, whether that just means one visit, that they're happy that the way the police have dealt with the incident, or I stay with them if the incident ends up in court and give that victim that full support.
Yes, today we get visitors from all over the schools in our area, county borough of Darlington. Young children from sometimes even the age of 5 up to the age of 10. They want to come and see the mosque, what we do in the mosque. They want to know what Islam is.
Mrs. Sadiq's actually been an integral part of the building of the relationship between the community and the police.
We involve partners and try and reduce that problem, if you like, whether it's a demand issue, a crime issue, which we seem to be actually quite successful at. We've seen many reductions in ASB and crime, and certain things that you don't see are interactions with PACT. PACT meetings are police and communities together. It's a local meeting chaired by usually the local councillor, but what that is, a cross-section of community that we support. We will attend, we will listen to the community, we will act upon it as a partnership. And it's a case of things that might bother a local group don't perhaps register for the whole of Darlington, but actually we will endeavour to try and solve that.
Basically every second Thursday of the month we have a Polish Pact over here in Gladstone Street. We started it because we discovered that Polish people don't want to report stuff to the police. It's a perfect tool to communicate with any community. It works really good.
The Safer Hate Neighbourhood unit within Darlington is a unit which is set up which encompasses all aspects of what one would describe as working within a neighbourhood, police and communities together, neighbourhood watch, crime prevention, volunteers. And they all work together with one single aim, provide a safer neighbourhood.
As a beat officer, I get involved with neighbourhood watch in many ways, just generally out and about on patrol, stopping and speaking to members of the public, because obviously they're the eyes and the ears of the community where they live. You know, it's good for us to get anyone signed up. Anyone who's been a victim of a burglary or criminal damage or antisocial behaviour nuisance, we go around and we try to get them signed up as well. We also use, best when we can, our social networking sites, Facebook, Twitter, things like that, and using our Voice Connect system as well. That way we can get out information that we want Neighbourhood Watch members to be on the lookout for.
Our Facebook page is known as Darlington Neighbourhood Watch Association. This is where we advertise what we do, and when we've done an event, we obviously thank the people that have sponsored us or helped us on those events. Voice Connect is a similar system where the constabulary actually send out information to members of Neighbourhood Watch, advising them of crime that's happened or advising them on crime, what to look out for.
You could also get involved with Neighbourhood Watch by coming down to your local PACT meeting, and PACT stands for Police and Communities Together, which is a monthly meeting for every single ward area in Darlington where members of the public can come along, have their say and discuss any concerns with us. If any resident has a particular issue that needs further involvement from the police, what we can do is we elevate it to what's known as a PACT priority, and basically we have 1 hour to respond to any calls coming in for that issue. It's our way of showing to you that your problems matter to us.
And it's a voice for the community. And things like the PACT meetings are very, very important because it does give the community a voice, whereas sometimes I think perhaps they don't get heard. And that's our job, to listen to that and provide that quality response, give people confidence and trust, and provide an excellent quality of service is what we do. Well, the PACT meetings are on our website. If you go to the Durham Constabulary website, every PACT meeting for the next 2 or 3 months is posted up there. It tells you the dates, the venues, the time. It also tells you what the local PACT priorities are. So if you're interested in a particular area, it will say what they are trying to solve in terms of the problem solving, which is very transparent for everybody to see. And also you'll be able to see what we've done to tackle that problem, from motorcycle nuisance to local antisocial behaviour.